Hello, I am Crypto Jim, and this video is specifically for XRP Rob, who's asked me to do a little bit about XRP and what to expect, and what I think we're going to expect. Who am I? I'm just a guy on the internet, literally a nobody, and that's important because I'm able to analyze everything I see around me. Rob's got a great knack of analyzing the algorithms, and I have listened to since I very first invested back in 2020, September 2020 in XRP. I've listened to Blockchain Backer. He's an incredible analyst, so much so that he almost knows the future before it happens. Some would say he might be an insider. I might say that he might be an insider. I don't know what Rob, your audience is like, but my life has changed considerably, absolutely beyond belief this year for a lot of things. But I'll start off by saying XRP Rob is a fine gentleman. And when I was, I'm going to say, unaware of how crypto really works and what on earth is going on in the world and crypto and how manipulated it is, etc., I was making this chart, and all of this information wasn't there back then, but it does actually look very similar to this, doesn't it? Anyway, I was here and I was making videos with and I was using Rob. I discovered Rob through, I think it was Mr. Level Up, and I was doing my own charting based on blockchain backers analysis, and I was having a look and going, okay, right, what can I see? Let's copy the previous fractal up here to get to here. And quite awesomely, as you can see, back here, we did get a breakout, exactly as we expected. And I moved it to the side here. I think at the time I had it pretty much overlaid, something like that. Okay, that's what I was expecting. And it happened. It literally happened. And I was, working with Rob at the time, studying his charts, his algorithm, and we absolutely nailed it. And around about here, I put on a long. I put on an XRP long. I was so confident that it was going to go up because of Rob and Blockchain Backer and my own analysis. I put a long on it. And I sold a lot of that long in this area here. I think I got to the top and I think I sold about 160, 150. I made $12,000, and that is thanks to a lot of the confirmation of everything I'd seen. But Rob's charts were pivotal for me at the time, absolutely pivotal. Where's Rob gone? Let's see if I can find him. Here he is. So obviously, he hadn't done one recently, but this is pretty much what I was following at the time. The big green lineup was like ready. We were there. I was longing. I added the long as it started going up. I was adding more to my long, and I made 12,000, and it was incredible. From somebody I'd only had to be honest, five grand investment at that stage, maybe a bit more. I don't know, but it more than it changed my my way forward big time. So this is what really happened. We obviously got the $2 retrace correction, and then obviously a big downward swoop. In theory, it kind of copied this a little bit, but it's more likely. You look at the similarities here. Oi, come back. Look at the similarity here to that. It's literally, my God, it's identical. It is identical. So I'm going to study that a bit later on because I hadn't even noticed that. But that is crazily, that fractal is literally repeating. Wow, where are we? Down, the up, across, the down. We're possibly around about here, I'm going to say. Although it still looks like a long way to go, but I'll study this a bit more. In fact, it could even be at this little peak here. just before liftoff. Interesting. Look, up, down. That's interesting. That's very interesting. We could be here, but I need to study that a bit more. But I'm going to produce some more videos for Rob and XRP in total. But I just wanted to say what happened after this all happened. I learned a lot about the world. I woke up to some serious things I had never fully seen and understood. And it was thanks to this video and another one where the Simpsons predicted XRP and XLM. There was a lot of suggestions about both of them. I'm not going to play them, but just search it. It's Coach JV, the 3T Warrior Crypto Academy. He's so cool. He's so interesting and a lot to say. So subscribe to him if you don't already. But this started to wake me up, and it sent me down a bit of a rabbit hole. I was like, dude, Simpsons are talking about XRP and XLM. And it was this point that I showed it to my wife, and where she'd been resistant to crypto and, you know, really didn't want me to invest too much of my hard-earned cash into crypto, this flipped her switch as well. We were like, whoa, let's do this. Let's research this. So we went down the rabbit hole, and we stumbled across Bearable Guy. It was people call him a Riddler, whatever he is, some sort of anonymous chap. Some people think he's David Schwartz, the Ripple CTO. So I stumbled across him. It's all anonymous stuff. And then Mr. Poole, who seems to be linked with a lot of events going on in the world. And it's all linked. There's been some videos where he sort of flashed up XRP in his videos. So there's this contingent of hidden messages across the Simpsons. You've got anonymous people that are flashing up XRP symbols in their videos, and so there's this whole narrative that XRP basically is going to be the new financial asset that basically settles payments across the world and does everything it needs to do. And if you've done your research on XRP, you know what it is capable of. And it's not just going to go to $10 to $13. It's going to go way, way, way higher than that. But the narrative of that is after a massive crash. Like, describe it as like a phoenix. So a phoenix has to crash to ashes to be reborn to lift off, pretty much. So before XRP really takes off, I'm suspecting next year, between February and September next year, expecting a massive world economy crash. And out of those ashes, I'm expecting XRP to rise. So it's what happens between now and then with XRP is certainly going to be interesting. And my resources are blockchain backer. I'm going to stick to him like glue. He absolutely nailed on. I don't know if any of you follow him, but he absolutely nailed on this $2. He'd been saying it for ages, and I wish I knew what I know now. Okay, because when you go down the rabbit hole, I ended up watching this, and this is on BitChute. It's called The Fall of the Ball, and it really opened my eyes. And I'm not saying everything in there is true, but it really opened my eyes to what's going on in the world and how money works and how money moves and who's in charge of it, those kind of things. And so blockchain backer absolutely nailed this $2. And in hindsight, I'm thinking, how did he nail? He knew it. He just knew. Like, his analysis is pure. It's incredible. But he says a lot of things that make you go, So now I analyze him just to the nth degree. And what I feel coming up at the minute is he hasn't given any other price targets other than 10 to 13. Now, in my research now, the 10 to 13, you remove... I do a lot of numerology. My life has changed now. I follow some very interesting people, and the markets follow lunar cycles. They follow number energy. You wouldn't believe what it follows. There's some very, very interesting stuff out there. And in any case, the 113 is a little bit of a deceptive number, but also a number used to pump the market. So I'm really not sure where I stand with the 10 to 13, the 113, in terms of a target. I may take profits if it gets there, but I'll just update you as time goes on. I'll update you on how I feel about those things. But anyway, I made a load of money on this, and of course, Rob and I, we were both charting $5, all-time highs. We were excited, and I don't know about Rob. I didn't sell any of my normal XRP at this point. If I had done, look, it came back down to 50 cents, and you all know that. I know that. At least I made some money from the long, but this is going to help us. Rob's charts are going to help us when the time comes. So these always play out, and we get to this stage, and Rob will show us that, right, okay, the progression looks good, the algorithm looks good. So the beautiful thing is, when we're getting all the confirmations, we're getting confirmations from my new sources I follow, Waters Above Crypto, 22 Savage on Twitter, I'm in his Discord, my own charting that I'm going to be restarting now that I've adjusted to what the market is and what we're looking at. I'm looking at things very, very differently. But it's incredible to say that piece there looks very. I'm going to investigate this. We could be close, and certainly we all know that alt season is not far away around the corner. Okay, so I'm going to be on here giving targets. I've got lots of other coins I want to talk about that are low in their position in terms of where the market is, and low in terms of, I think the profitability will be excellent. The next video I'll do in a few days will cater for this. If this is a copy of that, then this could be what we're looking at next. What I'm expecting, and this is from me analyzing a blockchain backer, his Elliott wave analysis is incredibly interesting. It's done so differently by so many different people, but I copied his Elliott wave analysis, and basically, based on the video, I can't find the video that he did it on, but this is it. This is where we're at. We're on wave 3, I believe. Okay, and from what I can tell on his wave analysis, wave 3 has got to come, and always does come, above the 1. So this is the 1. This could be the 1 ultimately as well. But I'm going to say this is the 1, the 2. And I'm waiting for a rise. I don't know how far, but if you look back, there's 3 sets of waves, and I've checked this on the previous bull run. There were 3 of these waves in total. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liftoff. So the 5th is always the largest. 3 is reasonable in size. 3 was quite large here. But the 5th is always the largest. So 3 is significantly more than 1 on each wave. Let's just delete this. It is significantly more on each one. So I'm wondering if this third wave maybe revisits the $2. Excuse me. But if you look, wave 5, wave 3. That's interesting. That is interesting. Wave 3 comes level with wave 5. That would be wave 5 if there had been. There's more of a corrective structure here, but that is in line with that. That wave 3 is in line with the previous high. This wave 3 is in line with the previous high. So could this wave 3 potentially run up again to $2? Yes. I had wondered if it would maybe even go up to the all-time high. But let's see. Let's see. As time goes on, we'll analyze this more. But what is interesting, the 4th wave he described, it invalidates the first one. It always comes lower than the top of the first one. So the top of the first one, the 4th wave, it's just slightly lower than the top of the first one. So wherever it does go, I believe it's got to come back down to the, potentially where we are now, $1.20, $1.10, maybe even $1, in that range, okay, before liftoff. So anything that happens going up, I believe there's got to be this before we do this. So that's where I'm going to leave it today. I'm going to analyze so much more coming up, but I, hope you enjoyed that. It's just as a little introduction. And Rob, I look forward to your updates, and we'll keep a close eye on everything that's going on. It is a minefield out there, but just don't be afraid. Just hodl, hold. XRP is the winner in the end. If you do nothing, if you go in a coma and fall asleep for 2 years, 3 years, 2024, the final, hurrah, you are going to be very, very wealthy. All the best. Take care. See you soon.